and I thought we did a better job protecting the middle. They were still flinging pucks to the net, but we were in position to take away second and third opportunities and get into bodies, tie sticks up, and I definitely think we took strides tonight, took steps.
You guys have a stretch, like you did in the second period, where we scored 3 goals in a minute or whatever it was. What does that do for the whole group as far as just the feeling that you guys having and the confidence that it builds?
I think it was the end result of us doing the right things. I mean, there are going to be stretches where pucks aren't going in, but we're getting looks, and then it can come in bunches like that, especially with some of the skill that we have on this group, especially if we're doing the right things up and down the lineup. I mean, especially in the first period, I thought the whole game, but especially the first, Huntsy, Runes, and Revo did a tremendous job of tilting the ice. We knew they came out hard here. They would come out hard. They had a good push, but that line in particular really tilted the ice for us. And then as the game went on, everyone else kind of started following suit. So.
Your response when Shesterkin knocked over the meeting, was there a heightened awareness of what happened Monday night?
What happened Monday night?
When you didn't respond.
To what?
To Igor Gallant knocked around.
Well, I think that was a different level. I mean, there's definitely a response Monday night. You might not have been able to see it, but I know in particular there were a couple of guys on our bench who said stuff to the guy who got into the crease on Monday night, and that's a guy who typically drives the net, and I didn't see him do that after that. So there's different ways to respond. It's not always visible. I mean, in that case, I didn't see the play really. I just saw the end result. So I still haven't really seen the play. So I don't know if he got pushed or he didn't get pushed. I just saw the goalie on the ice, and I saw someone lying down relatively close to him. And
he could have came back. He had to do the mandatory, whatever, 10 or 12 minutes, and then, but he was ready to come back. No, he was called from somebody. I don't know if it was our trainer, I don't know, but I know he had to go. But as soon as he got to the bench, he said, "I'm fine. I want, But anyway, they got to be safe."
What did you make of that sequence?
It was close. I mean, Nemo was sort of pushing them from behind a little bit, and it was close for a goalie challenge. But I thought the puck was by him by the time it sort of hit their guy on the arm or the stick. So it was close to a challenge, but you hate to see a goalie get run over like that the way he's played, but. There was no attempt to run him over. I mean, they were around the crease, they're trying to score a goal, and so we responded the right way. I mean, I thought there should have been a penalty on it, but that's the only thing. The goal should have counted. I thought they should have got a penalty, but it didn't happen. So
if you want to go with him tomorrow night, he's healthy enough.
He's I was told there's no issue. So, yeah.
Prior to that, it seemed like things changed in the second period. Obviously, you scored a lot more in the second period, but how did you see the game play out?
Well, I thought the first period was a bit sloppy. I mean, it looked like we had 4 days off, and we didn't have a real good jump. But after that, I thought we played the exact way I want us to play. We controlled the puck in their zone. We did lots of cycling down low. We got our defensemen involved in the cycles, and we sort of took over the game from the second period on. So after they scored that second goal, I thought we were real good the rest of the night.
You talked about the whole team wanting everybody to shoot more. Artemi had 10 shot attempts tonight, 6 on goal. He says part of it's about getting closer to the net, being in a better position to shoot. Mm-hmm. But did you feel like he showed aggression tonight?
No, he was. You know what? He was smiling the last 3 or 4 days. He's been jumping and feels real good about his game right now. So, coming in here, I knew he was going to have a real big game for us tonight. And like I said, after the first period, I thought everybody played to their role. They did a great job. We maintained pressure in the offensive zone, and if we're going to be a successful team, that's how we have to play in the offensive zone. We just can't try those high-risk plays all the time, and tonight it worked real good for us, so hopefully we'll carry that into tomorrow's game.
The fact that you were able to control the puck and have the puck in the offensive zone, would you say that is the key to why you were able to protect the lead?
100%, Larry. That's exactly what we talk about all the time. I mean, no team's going to be real successful if they got to defend too much, and we've defended way too much the first 13 games. And we talked about it, we addressed it, and hopefully we're moved past that. But a lot of that stuff was self-inflicted by ourselves. So if we can stay away from that and play the way we played the last 2 periods tonight, I think I really like our chances.
That's 11 goals for Kreider at this point. How impressive has he been for you?
He's been great since day one. I mean, Kreider is always a guy that he can always skate and he can always, he's in great shape. So he just likes to play. He's having a lot of fun right now, and he's around the net. I mean, Kreider scores all his goals from that blue paint, and it's an easy example for the young players. If you're going to score, get around that net, get around that blue paint. And the power play made a couple of real nice plays to him tonight.